I'm not an expert at plants or anything, but I would say that our garden is pretty much done. I mean, we got a few things. There's like a few tomatoes and stuff still growing, and I mean, God knows we got a lot of peppers still coming in, but I would say that by and large, this is all going to go away pretty soon. I think the season is over. Hello everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. Back to the grind for Mao. Mao went off to school today. We got in bed not super late last night, but I certainly wish Mao would have got more sleep. I slept probably 10 hours just because it was so easy to do. I was so tired. I think Mao got like 6 or maybe 7, so I'm sure that she's going to be napping whenever she gets home. PAX was a blast. I know I talked a little bit about it yesterday, but we had a lot of fun. It was certainly a different type of PAX. You guys probably realize that yourselves because, like, at so many PAX events, we generally stay up late in the room playing games. We go out to bars and everyone gets a little inebriated. And this PAX wasn't like that. We didn't go to any bars, and we did very little game playing inside the room. We played a little bit of Cards Against Humanity, like 15-20 minutes, and then we played Coup, which was fun. But otherwise, most people went to bed early. I mean, the first 2 nights we were there, we were in bed by 10, I think. At 10 p.m. the lights were off, so a stark contrast to other PAXs and also what everyone else was doing as well. And I want to say the meetup suffered from it, but the meetup went well. We had a lot of awesome people there. It was great to meet all of you that came out. We probably had maybe 60, pushing 70 people, which was really fantastic. I know whenever you see the outro, or whenever I come in with the camera, that's not everybody, because people kind of come in and out, and not as many people stay for the entire event. But I'd say, counting everyone, we probably had 60 or 70 people, which was cool. There was just a lot of other people I'd asked to come, and Masay was there, Tim was there, but then there was other people that didn't come, and the reason they didn't come is because it was early. It was Sunday at 11 a.m., which is not that early, but in convention land, it's pretty early, especially on Sunday, because most of the parties and everything happen Saturday night. So everyone was staying up really late Saturday, and then everyone was like dead tired Sunday. But every time we do the meetups, we learn more about it, and that's going to be something we'll have to avoid. If we do it Sunday again, we're going to have to do it like 1 or 2. We can't do it as early as 11 because everyone's just completely out of it. But we know for next time. As fun as PAX was, there was a lot of information going on while PAX was going on. They released information about Mario Kart, and they also released information about a new Nintendo 3DS, so I wanted to briefly talk about that. So if you didn't hear the news, what are you doing? Okay, no, that's not a scratching post, Christ almighty. If you didn't hear the news, there's going to be a new Nintendo 3DS. It's literally called New Nintendo 3DS, because Nintendo's naming conventions are fantastic. It is, at its core, a 3DS. It looks the same, but it now has a tiny stick up above the face buttons, which they're calling the C-Stick, an homage to the Nintendo 64. I called it a long time ago. I knew that they would eventually release a 3DS that had 2 sticks on it. It just makes sense. There's too many games that need 2 sticks, and they had originally released that peripheral that added a second stick, but it's not the same. Having 2 sticks on the actual handheld is a vast improvement, and they finally did it. But what they did that I wasn't expecting was a few other things. There's actually 4 shoulder buttons, which some people haven't been aware of, but if you look at the photos, you can actually see there's the shoulder buttons L and R that were there before, but there's also additional buttons in a little bit from those, ZL, ZR. So there's 4 shoulder buttons, which is, I guess, pretty neat. They also have better hardware, and that's where things get a little iffy. This has a faster CPU. It may have some other different specs, but that's what I know of right now. It has a faster CPU, and because of that, it is capable of playing games that the original Nintendo 3DS cannot. And they already announced that Xenoblade Chronicles is coming to the new Nintendo 3DS. Now, don't get me wrong, that's freaking sweet. That's awesome that a game of that magnitude is going to be essentially re-released so more people can enjoy it without having to pay incredible GameStop prices. But at the same time, it's bad for everyone that already has a 3DS, because in order to play it, you have to buy the new 3DS, which is also the name of the system. It's not that bad if you bought a 3DS at launch, because it's been just about 3.5 years. But if you haven't, if you got a 3DS like last year, like I did, then it's like punching you right in the stomach, because it's like, oh hey, I'm glad you got this system. Now there's a new system. And it's not that I'm not going to be able to play any of the other games that ever come out, but certainly it would be advantageous to have the new system, so you could do things like play Xenoblade Chronicles. So I had posted on Twitter that I didn't actually say I was like upset about it, but it did make me groan whenever I saw it. I think it's cool that they're doing it. It's just the original 3DS has not been out that long. Like I said, 3.5 years. So to jump into another system, it's, I don't know, it's a tiny bit upsetting. 3.5 years is not a long time, but a lot of people on Twitter were comparing it to the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color, which is actually a pretty good comparison. Whenever the Game Boy Color came out, it had Game Boy Color games, but there were also games that would work on both. So you could play them in color, or you could play them in black and white, although there were some that would only work on the new hardware. So this is a similar situation. I don't know. It's not a terrible thing, but I'll probably wait a while to get it. I guess that's my best answer for that. Moving on very quickly and ending the vlog, Mario Kart 8 DLC is coming. You can actually pre-order the DLC now, and you get like a multitude of Yoshi colors and some other stuff, but there's 2 DLC packs coming, one in November and one in May, and it's going to introduce new cups, which is what I'm excited about. Actually, 4 new cups for a total of 16 tracks, which is amazing. One of them is apparently going to be completely Zelda-themed, Legend of Zelda, and Link is already confirmed as a character that you can play as. Everyone wants to know, Stephen Amau, are you going to continue your LP? Yes. Yes, we're going to continue. I don't know if we're going to pick up where we left off in terms of our scores, or if we're just going to start over with our scores, or if we'll just play it for fun, but we're going to continue doing it. Mario Kart 8 is a fantastic game, a reason to own a Wii U, and we definitely plan on continuing it. And I think playing Legend of Zelda themed courses is really friggin' sweet. So this will probably be the only DLC of that magnitude that they do for the game, but I would love to see more with other game universes. But I don't know if they'll do that or not. If they did, I'd like to know what universe you would like to see. Obviously, they are already covering Mario and Donkey Kong Country and things like that. And now they're covering Zelda. Earthbound? Can you imagine? Mother tracks? God, that'd be awesome. I'd pay extreme dollars for that. Anyway, talk about that. Decide on the game universe you'd like to see as Mario Kart DLC, and your opinions on Mario Kart DLC, and of course the new 3DS in general. That's going to be it for me. It's going to be a really wacky week trying to get back into the swing of things, but no more trips the rest of 2014, and I'm actually really excited about that because I can get back to work. Also, feel like I'm losing my voice a little bit. Hopefully I'm not getting sick. We've never gotten sick after a convention. I don't want to start now. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? Pick up the body. There you go. And then, let's see, where's a fun place to dispose of this thing? And, oh man, I'm gonna see if I can hit that thing going down. There you go, face this direction. Did I hit it? Did I hit it? Yeah! 10 points! Okay.